Hey guys, welcome back to Insane RC Action. Ian here with you guys today. And today we have more of a repair job, I guess you could say. And I will be again working on my new 2012 Low Center of Gravity Edition Traxxas Slash Platinum. So let's get to it. So today what we will be repairing on the Traxxas Slash is the tires. Now, there's nothing physically wrong with the tires themselves. I mean, obviously they are the Traxxas BF Goodrich, mud terrain stock tires and rims. There's no bead locks; they are glue-on. But I mean, as you can see, they're pretty much, well, they're getting close to being almost worn down. I'd say they're about a little more than halfway dead center in the tread. Now, the outsides aren't as bad, but the inside, since these are angled in for more traction control, they are worn down quite a bit more on the insides, more than the outsides. Now, the problem I'm having is basically the tire is slipping off the bead. And I'll get a better angle for you guys here in a second. So, let's check it out. Alright, so basically, I've already gone ahead and taken the actual tire and rim it off itself. And you'll want to be able to do this before you start repairing your tires, just so it's easier to work with. You can reach the the beads and everything, and you don't have to get any glue or anything on the actual car chassis or A-arms or anything itself. So go ahead and take your tire off your Slash or pretty much any RC you have car-wise. But we will be working with the Slash tires for now. And what you'll need to take off your tires is just the standard, I guess you could say, tire wrench. It's just kind of a hex wrench, and you'll need the biggest side. And just to get more torque without stripping, what I just use an Allen wrench tool, just a park tool, and I stick it in the other side. And that way, I can have more torque. When I'm turning the anodized aluminum wheel nuts. So don't lose those because you'll need those. So go ahead and set these tools and the wheel nut aside, and let's get to the tire. Now, this tire, if you can see here, it's pretty worn down, like I said earlier. But what I'm having problems with in the back, where it's spinning and getting all that high RPM torque, the actual tire is starting to slip off the bead, meaning the glue is either coming apart, dry, or it's obviously dry, but it's just loosening up and it's not sticking the tire to the bead. So first off, what you want to do is you want to kind of feel around, kind of peel it back just a bit, and it's fine where it's attached and where it's not. Now obviously here, if y'all can see, it is attached pretty good. Now as I feed along, I notice right there is where it starts to come off, and pretty much you can see that this tire is off quite a bit, and then it ends right there. So what you want to do is, you can take a Sharpie or something. I won't do it in this video, but just take something where you know where your tire is loose and where it's not, and mark it. Just mark the 2 points. Now, if you're applying a tire, that's a bit different. You obviously do not need to mark anything, and that's a bit of a different process than installing a rim. The installation and the tire over top. I will not be covering that today. This is just repairing your tires when they have come off the rim, and that have obviously been used before, and they're not brand new. Alright, so we have our spots right there and right there where the tire has come off, and you can see this is a pretty big problem because you don't want that happening when you're obviously riding. So what you want to do is, if I can get it in the picture here, is peel it back enough to where you can see the bead. And now these are not bead locks, of course, but you want to be able to see. Well, obviously, I can't show the full rim, but what you have is a space in the middle. Then you have one ridge, and then the outer ridge. Now, the actual bead where the tire is supposed to lie along with the glue lays is in between the two outer ridges, and pretty much the inside of the tire will lie on this outside portion of the inner ridge. And then this outer ridge will seal over the other side. So that way you have a good, clean, waterproof seal. Alright everyone, so we have our glue. And it is a CA glue, meaning, quick drying, very, very efficient for repairing tires. But I wouldn't really use it for putting on fresh tires. And so, you take your glue, you cut the tip off, and basically, I can't exactly show it in the video, but I will demonstrate how you glue it on. So, like I said again, take your tire and the part of it that's come off. Then now, since this is a CA quick drying glue, you want to almost put it in place. Peel it back a little bit where you can see barely see the second inner bead. And what you want to do is pretty much put enough to where it leaks out maybe a millimeter. You can kind of see it soaking out, but not too much because you don't want it to overflow in the rim. But then again, you don't want too little glue, okay? Because it's always better to have too much than too little, because if you have too little, I mean, you have enough to cover the tire, but it'll just wear off, but you can't put any more on because it's stuck and you can't peel it back. So a bit too much is better than a bit too little. So once again, if I can get it in the picture, you peel it back, kind of squirt it along the lines, and then you just push it back in. And make sure, since this is a quick drying glue, that you pretty much have it in place within about maximum 6 seconds. They say about anywhere from like 3 to 5, but maximum 6 is when it's pretty much dried. Since this is a CA quick drying glue, so you have about 5 seconds to actually put it in there, put the tire back on the bead, kind of flip it back over and let it dry, because if you screw up, then you gotta wait, you can't really peel it back off, but you gotta get new tires. So just be cautious and wary of that, and remember, a bit too much is better than a bit too little. Alright everyone, so this is what the tire should look like when you're done gluing. And as you notice, it's nice, firmly sealed down, if y'all can see this. Now, it wasn't a perfect seal because there's a little bit of space right there, but I added some excess glue, so that should cover it from any water or dirt getting in there. So yeah, you kind of want just a nice, even, good glue-on seal. That's pretty much it to gluing the tires. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And again, sorry I couldn't show you the actual gluing process. It just dries within 5 seconds and you wouldn't be able to see much. And like I always say, guys, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time on Insane RC Action. Thanks for watching.